Looks like we're doing a review today. What's up everybody, my name is Justin Cortez. It is a sunny and beautiful afternoon here today in the NorCal area, and today we're going to be looking at my very own 1995 BMW 318 IS. I love this car. Now you guys are wondering, where's the FRS? What happened to Sky? And for that matter, I mean, yeah, I still have Sky, relax, don't worry. This is actually my car as well that I keep up here in NorCal since I go to Long Beach State University down there. Sky is safe down there. I'm just here for the winter break, and I'm actually going back on Tuesday, so don't worry. But this here right here is my 1995 BMW. Right here is my BMW 318 IS. Its chassis code is the E36 Coupe model, which you guys are familiar with the M3. There's also the 4-door edition, the 318i, the 318ti, which is, I think, the hatchback model. But this one right here is a BMW 318 IS Coupe edition, so it's a 2-door. Now, this engine that it comes with is a 1.8 liter 4-cylinder automatic, which also produces 129 foot-pound of torque. This car also takes 89 gas, so that's the middle gas, which means you can't go to Costco and get that cheap gas that you can always get because they only provide 87 and 91 gas. But that's okay, you know, sometimes you gotta go out of your way for German engineering. Some interesting facts about this car. So you know how you're usually used to having the window buttons on the actual door. As you can tell, there's only the handle. That's because they're actually right here. So these two buttons here is for down and up. So conventionally, instead of having it right next to the door handle, they're now in the console, in the center, which is weird. I don't know why BMW decided to do that, but hey, you know what? German engineering. Inside the vehicle is not as bad as you would expect. I mean, of course, this is a 1995 car, so you're going to expect a lot of stuff that's analog and not digital. Over here on the left side, you can see you have your analog version of the lights, which is, this is off. This is whatever the two yellows are, and this is when your lights are on. This is fog lights as well. Over here, this is where you find your turn signal, left. I mean, most BMW owners don't know what this is, but I drive a Toyota, so I actually know what this is. Damn! Over here you have your windshield wiper stuff, and actually, interesting enough, usually when you use your windshield wipers, you would go down to increase the speed. Actually, in fact, you actually go up for the speed for it. So another interesting thing about BMW, but hey, BMW German engineering. This is also pretty cool. In my 318 IS, I'm gonna turn on the car a little bit, you're gonna hear beeping. What's pretty cool is that it actually does have a sunroof that doesn't have a window, but it's still pretty cool because it still functions as what it's supposed to be. Basically, this can open up all the way. For some reason, it's not working. I turned on the car and it's not working for some reason. But it does slide out all the way, so you get a complete, it'll completely open up, and then you can put your hand up, or I don't know what people do when they use this thing. But it also acts as like an extra little wind. I don't know what the official term is, but basically what it is that if it's closed like this and you keep pressing the button to close it, it actually opens this up a little bit, and on the outside, the metal part that's on top of this will go up. So that way you actually get air without using the AC controls, and it kind of acts like the recirculator through the front of the car instead of circulating through the inside of the car. So if you don't want to use AC and you just want it straight from the outside world, this kind of helps too. And I believe my mom's Camry also does that as well, but I don't know if it works for every other car. Just saying. Drivability wise, the car isn't that bad. I mean, this A-pillar here is not as big as you can tell. I mean, the car looks big already as is. The side view mirrors, I will admit, are really, really tiny. So compared to the FRS, which has big mirrors and then also has the wide angle mirrors, of course, it's nothing, it's huge compared to these. But this does give you enough view to see at least some cars. Of course, you still have to look over and stuff, but other than that, the views and the ability to like see around the car are actually amazing. As you could tell, yes, I know it's rusted in the inside. Don't worry about that, but German engineering. The cool thing about this BMW, I don't know if you can see this or you can see me, but the amount of legroom you get in the back. So being in the back seat of this BMW, I've actually been back here multiple times. There's a lot of legroom. Oh, okay, not a lot, but it's very comfortable to sit back here. I'm not gonna lie. Compared to the FRS, which is a 2+2, there's no space at all, and you really have to cram your feet. But here in this BMW, sorry for my mess, but in this BMW over here, like, yes, my knees are touching the front seat, but still, I mean, like, I'm comfortable, I'm laying back. Yes, my head does touch well, actually, there's a lot of give here. I haven't been back here in a while. But yeah, there's a lot of space here, and the views are actually pretty nice. I mean, you get a really big back window here that you can actually open up like that. Boom, you got some air here, and then if you want to bring it back, it's not that hard. I'll be honest, that was the first time I've actually opened the window at all, so yeah, it's pretty good. And yeah, there's enough for 2 extras. I do not see a third. Is there a third? No, there's no third. There is no third seat, as you can tell. The seat belts do come from the middle, which is another weird thing. But hey, German engineering. What's great is that on both the left side and the right side, say that you know you had 3 people in the car and then 1 person left and you couldn't get out because there's nobody there. It's really convenient that BMW allowed these levers that you can just pull up, push, you can get out of the car, just like so. It's not that hard to get in. It will be difficult a little bit, but hey, you know, it's easy to get in and out. What's really great about this car too is that in the trunk, if you look in the liner on the inside, they do come with essentials for tools. So say that you have a flat tire or you need something to quick fix, like get your battery out and everything. They have a set amount of tools that also does come with the tow hook too. So say you're stranded or you need to do a little quick fixing, all the tools that you need are right here ready to go. And boom, check that out. See, all convenient, ready to go, stored properly right there. Storage wise in the BMW, I am so sorry for all my mess. It's actually quite roomy. This does come with a CD shuffler, as you can tell right here, but you know, it's 2020. No one really has CDs. But it is nice though that back in the old days they used to have a CD changer, and this is a 6 CD changer, so those were pretty cool back then. I really like those. This does get in the way though sometimes if you are trying to put some, you know, if you are trying to put some stuff in your car. But other than that, it is pretty roomy. As you can tell, I have a lot of stuff in here. You can take down those seats in the back separately, unlike the FRS, which is one entire piece, and it's easy. It's not from the back. You have to go from the inside. So, yeah. All right, some strange things about the BMW. Now there's a lot of strange things that I have about this particular car and just the E36 cars in general. So I believe the reason why they did this first design is because they wanted to do some weight distribution, and I understand that. So the first thing I want to talk about is the battery. Now usually the batteries are in the front of the car, but in this car, the battery happens to reside in the back. And now you're thinking to yourself, like, what happens if I get stranded and I can't get to the back of the car? Don't worry, there is a red terminal that you can use for jump starting your car in the front, or in the hood space of course, so that way you can jump start your car from the front. So good job BMW, German engineer. Since it is a 1995 vehicle, that means it does not come with a remote key. Now they didn't make these, I believe, for this generation of car, so you do have to take your key into the keyhole of the door and unlock it like a normal person used to do back in the late 1990s and earlier, until they started making key remote entries. But you know, it's not bad. It makes it feel very rustic, I guess. I don't know. I just like it. I do wish though that sometimes I could just go beep beep, but beggars can't be choosers. So for my particular vehicle, it is very interesting because the lock system isn't the greatest. So it has to do a lot with like trying to figure out how to unlock and lock the doors. In this case, the system to open the door doesn't work. So, yes, and this does not hurt the car at all. You gotta kick the door. It's a very funny gimmick that I like doing with my friends, but yes, that's how you have to open the car. Something I forgot to mention about the E36 is that the pedal, yes, I am complaining about the pedal. That's how petty I am. Don't worry about it. But it actually is very important if you think about it. The pedal, usually in a lot of cars, come from the top. And I'll put a video here showing like what I'm talking about. But basically this E36 actually comes from the bottom. So it actually leverages itself from the bottom, and it's a fairly interesting and weird feeling. And yes, it is just a pedal for gas, but you gotta also think about like what the feeling is compared to other vehicles. I mean, I've just driven Toyotas and Hondas, and they all come in from the top, and it's a lever design. But for this, sometimes when I drive this vehicle, and I can't tell if it's just because it's a car or maybe it's just the design of it, honestly, it does get a little stuck sometimes. So if you do want to make smooth gas changes, it's sometimes, it's gonna get stuck a little bit, and you gotta have to put a lot more pressure on the gas pedal so that way you're able to get that. And once having too much pressure and it gets unstuck, then you kind of lurch forward, which, okay, now I gotta talk about the power part of this car. So this car is only producing about 136 horsepower, which is not a lot for this car, but for the size and stuff, it's not that bad. Of course, if you get the inline 6 or the M3 model, you're gonna get a lot more power than what this is pushing. But this does the job. Putting on the power on this vehicle is interesting. I mean, like here, I'm gonna floor it right now. It does have that little push, but obviously you don't get the lurch because remember, the torque isn't that much. So, if you are in the market for an E36 and you just so happen to find a 318IS, just keep that in mind. Well, there you guys go. I hope you guys enjoyed the little review on my BMW 318IS. If you guys want to see more, I have a lot on my channel and I have a lot more content to come out. I'm gonna be busy, of course, with school and stuff, but I'll do my best to, post as much as I can. Hope you guys enjoy. Please hit that subscribe button if you guys want to see more, and then hit that notification bell if you guys want to get notified on the next video that I come out with. And I really appreciate you guys, watching this video, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. So, just be careful, you might get recorded next time. See ya!